had enough. We got to get out. It's Brian and Jeff with Red Dirt Cryptids. We're headed out to Call Lake. The weather has eased up a tiny bit, and we're going to go out there and spend the night. We've got a place that is kind of out on the water out by Call Lake, and the habitat looks good. So we'll get with you when we get out there. We're just going to be doing one night, but we know they're in that area. Later.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah. Well, we found our spot. We're right alongside the Arkansas River. We decided, we came out here last weekend, found this place. We went down on the shore. We were looking around, we kept finding a bunch of mussel shells, freshwater mussels, known food source. Mr. Hatfield's over there somewhere. We're trying to set up our camp. I think I'm done. I got a hammock strung up. That's the only thing that matters. Anyway, Mr. Hatfield over there takes a lot longer to set his camp up than I do. He might be done in like 30 minutes or so, but I'm already done, practically. Anyway, the weather is perfect. It's nice and breezy. It's kind of cloudy. I'm going to guess it's, I don't know, 82. But we're in the shade, and it's nice, and it's only going to get colder. It's supposed to get down to like 55 tonight. I actually brought some gear to stay warm. We'll see. Maybe the weatherman's lying. You never know. Our plan is we're going to stay up, go out here on the river. We're on a curve of a river, and we're going to stay up and kind of watch the river with thermal equipment at night. We'll take you for that. We have to see what we're doing. Anyway, that's it. I guess we should finish setting up camp. Eventually, I need to start a fire and cook some hot dogs. Tip number 1 for squatching. Relax. Take it easy. Be patient. It's what it takes. When squatching, it always helps to eat high on the dog. Well, here's a look at our campsite. Jeff's cooking him a chicken. There's this little side trail. Now we're thinking it's going to rain. A lot of human waste out here. It's kind of that way when you're around rivers. As you can see, water level's still the same. Looks like the beavers have been active on this old river willow. Yeah. It's getting real peaceful, real quiet, real cool. I don't know. But yeah. We can hear a train in the distance off to the west. And if it's the train we think it is, that's a considerable distance to be hearing it. So you guys probably saw this in our last video where we came out here doing some scouting. And I think the kids come out here to party. And the plan is to, you know, come out here late at night, pull our chairs up here, and use our thermal imaging equipment to occasionally I think that's a dude over there. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oops, sorry. See that over there? I think that's a dude. Anyway, we're gonna sit out here, scan with thermals, and I'm gonna listen. You can see the clouds are kind of stormy looking. I don't know, it might rain on us, we'll see. Let's see. And sometimes it starts raining. If you're prepared, it's not a big deal. Say hi, Jeff. Hi. Yeah. Sure is cool though. It's really nice. I'm not going to complain at all. Uh-oh. It's ramping up. Crazy now. The fire's coming back from the rain, see that? Jeff, do you know of any cryptid reports from this Kaw Lake area? I really don't.
Not offhand, just the Arc City stuff and the
Upriver.
Whitehall, you know.
Oh, downriver, yeah. White Eagle.
Yeah, White Eagle.
Downriver. Upriver. There's Sasquatch reports, but nothing really around Kaw Lake.
Yeah.
I don't think it's because they're not here. Good God, there's more habitat here than you stick at. We did have that one report from, what's it called? Coon Holler? Coon Holler?
Something.
There's on the north end of the lake, right off of Highway 11, where it goes through Kaw City. There's north of there, there's a little boat ramp and a camping area called Coon Holler, Coon Creek, something like that. There was a guy. It's funny how these reports come in to us. I'll have this guy just hit me up on Messenger one day and said, yeah, I was out there camping like back in the late 80s, and on our way out we saw a Sasquatch walking in the woods, and that was, you know, I mean, and I'm grateful for that, don't get me wrong, you know, but it's like, what did he look like? You know, how tall was he? How far away was he? You know, what was he doing? What color was he? Was he cinnamon red or was he black? You know, I mean, just a couple of details, you know. What time of year was it, you know? But other than that one, I don't know that we have any actual reports from Call Lake. But the amount of, you know, forested area out here is massive, absolutely massive. And it follows the river upstream. Arc City, we've got a lot of reports. Downstream, we know of some activity down there too. But I just don't get it. I don't. Are people seeing stuff here and just not reporting it? You know, I don't know.
It just seems like this area, the river, Arkansas River, would be a real good trackway, and
Bare minimum, they travel through here.
I know, yeah, bare minimum is, you know, I think now is a maybe a seasonal thing, right? Where they're here.
I don't know.
Certain times of the year, and I don't think it's like southeast Oklahoma where it's like, hey, you know, we're just gonna chill out here and this is our land.
I think they're just there all year long. I'm sure they kind of rotate, but I don't know, Jeff. I don't buy the whole migration around thing. There's plenty of food, plenty of resources right here to keep them content all year long. You know, now granted, they probably have to, you know, probably live off of deer and fish in the wintertime, but as far as like, I just don't buy that this whole migration theory. I think, you know, that the young ones, you know, when they set out on their own and trying to start a family, I'm sure they probably go travel. You know, I think those are a lot of our sightings that we get. But, you know, when you sit down and you actually look at a map of this place, you know, the Google Earth, Google Maps, there's so much land out here that's just pretty much inaccessible. You'd have to have a boat to get there, and then you would just be bushwhacking your way in. Like this land right across the river from us right now.
Yeah.
That's basically an island. That is basically an island. That is the only way you could get there is swim the river or ride a boat over there, and you can see how thick it is. Well, when it was daytime. Here to tell you. No, I think they're out here. I think people are seeing them. I think hunters are probably having encounters out here. I think they're just not talking. It all boils down to that what did I call it? The can't remember. I made this word up, but I can't remember what it's called. Demographic phenomenon bias. It kind of depends on where you go. If you're in certain areas and talking about Bigfoot is socially acceptable, people talk about it more and you get a lot more reports out of that area. If it is not socially acceptable and considered unnormal, you know, people just don't talk about it. And I think that might be what's going on around Call. You know, I think people are seeing stuff. They're either explaining it away in their head. That must have been a guy in an outfit or something. And, or they just, they know what they saw and they ain't talking. There's also that theory we was talking about earlier, the windmills.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know, there's a whole big batch of our Oklahoma windmills, electric generating windmills, out, I guess it would be northwest of the lake. There's a whole battery of them out there. I've heard rumor that those things scare deer away and they put out. What did you say?
Well, there was a
harmonic crap.
Well, there was a study about people who live in proximity the windmills, the low vibration that the blades put out when they move through the air kind of puts, I want to say a per capita, like whatever. A lot of people will have higher cases of anxiety and depression in these areas, and
would Sasquatch be even more susceptible to that?
Well, that's get tired of hearing it, and
yeah.
I
mean, they're not down here in the river bottom, but they're just right over there.
Yeah, I mean, and it could interrupt their hunts because they're trying to use that sound to stun the prey, and the prey, deer and everything around here is just kind of getting acclimated to it,
So you're saying that they might put out some kind of they could put out some form of infrasound or something in the same ballpark?
It's possible. I mean, it's just worth looking into,
Well, it's as good a theory as anybody else has got. I don't know. Anyway, again, if you guys know of any Bigfoot or cryptid related encounters out here in the Kaw Wildlife Management Area or around Kaw Lake, we want you to let us know. We'll document it. You can, of course, be anonymous. Help us figure out what's going on out here. There's just way too much habitat out here. Plus, there's the indigenous folks out here too. Everybody knows that the Sasquatch tend to like them. Hang out where they're at. They're here. I think the Sasquatch are here. I think people are just lip-lipped.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nobody wants to talk about it. There's the thing, a tradition, yeah, for
right.
And the First Nation people, they're like, hey.
Well, and the First Nation people don't have to talk about it as much as we do. They already know.
Yeah, and it's sacred to them. And
it should be sacred to us too.
And they don't want, hey, let's go grab some bear haws and go
shoot a Bigfoot.
Stop lighting for Sasquatch,
Right.
And, so that would happen,
Oh yeah. And it definitely would. But but we're out here. We're looking. We're putting out the squall. I need to do the squall here in a little bit. But anyway. Yeah, we need to get out there with the FLIR Scout. That thing has been the quality on that thing is superior, but it doesn't record. Oh, what a waste of money. Heartbreaker. Well, we're headed back down to the river. It's actually lightly raining out here, which is good. As you can see, all the water's yellow in this video. The bugs are pretty thick out here, Jeff. Might as well turn our headlamps off. We can't see anything anyway. Now, come look at this, Jeff. You can see the tree line.
Yeah.
So if something came up right over there, I think this Seek thermal iPhone attachment might pick it up, especially if it was large. But I'm not.
Just the fact you can see the canopy,
The trees,
and then the sky, and the bank, and then the water.
Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything down here? Okay. Jeff, why don't you clack some rocks together and let's see what happens. Jeff, here's the Scout. The Seek Thermal that you're watching this video on right now it's a good investment for the money. But the FLIR Scout, I think what we've got there is the 240 model. I'd have to look at it and see. It's really an awesome thermal unit. Problem is it does not record. I did not realize that when I got it. That was a mistake on my part.
You can definitely see more of the trunk and everything with the trees.
Don't say anything squatchy. It's really weird seeing the water all yeller. See if I can adjust this. What you guys are looking at now is a brush pile.
I actually think there's a couple deer across there.
Really? Now I can see.
I mean, just almost straight across from us.
Yeah, maybe this is what we're seeing over there.
Now it's kind of fading away, like it's walking away.
Yeah. I don't know if that's what we're seeing or not. I mean, I could probably zoom.
I did have a side shot on it, and now it kind of turns the butt on, or the its head down. But it's just.
Yeah, see, it's blurry in mine, but Jeff can see it real good. Well, we just need to keep doing this, scanning for thermal signatures. So we went to bed probably 10:30, something like that. I did not go to sleep till probably 2 a.m. I was intentionally trying to stay up, and that way we could monitor what was going on around camp. One thing that I did find extremely peculiar was that the coyotes did not start howling at all until probably 1:30 in the morning. And even at that point, there was only one batch of coyotes off to the north. Normally, when you're in Oklahoma, when they'll literally start howling about, I don't know, right after sun goes down, maybe an hour, and there will be multiple batches of coyotes that are sounding off. Well, that didn't really happen, and we were wondering what the deal was. Who knows? But anyway, we had some activity walking around. I don't know what it was. I would hear things occasionally. I would get out the seek thermal and move it around. I was trying to be real quiet. I didn't really catch anything but Jeff sleeping in his hammock on the thermal. Anyway, got up the next morning to gunfire. That was interesting. Apparently, it was dove season in the wildlife management area. So it was all good. All of this video footage you're seeing was taken from my hammock. I've actually raised my tarp up so that I can see out from under it a little bit better the last couple years, ever since the incident in southeastern Oklahoma when I had what I believe was a couple of squatch come up into camp, and I had my tarp down so low that I really couldn't see anything out of it. That was a pretty scary situation, but you get over it. Well, as usual, we survived the night. I probably stayed up till 2. How late did you stay up, Jeff?
I don't know. The phone died.
Yeah, his phone died. Weird thing about last night that I thought was unusual, especially for this area, is the coyotes didn't start howling until about 1. I think I looked at my phone. It was like 1:18 in the morning. Usually they start howling as soon as the sun goes down, and usually it's from multiple directions, but there was only one group of them, and that was to the north. I thought that was pretty weird. There was a couple of times in the middle of the night that I heard things that sounded like they were moving around. Jeff, what did you got up once, and you said you thought you heard something breaking sticks or clacking rocks?
There was a few snaps across the way.
Oh, they're across the river?
Yeah, and then occasionally you could hear some clacking, like
Yeah.
down on these rocks. I don't know if it's coons or
Yeah.
or something just going down there. Whatever it was, but that wasn't anything really. But it just when everything's all quiet, like it was last night, it just sounds a little ominous, you know.
It was quiet last night after it quit raining. Of course, it usually is that right after it quits raining. But we survived the rain, and We woke up this morning to what I'm guessing is some guys out here dove hunting. It's nothing like waking up to gunfire in the morning. It's pretty close too, wasn't it? But anyway, oh, by the way, hey, fun fact, when I got up earlier, walked down to the river and was looking around, there was a bald eagle over here.
Oh,
Yeah, he saw me and he decided it was time to go. I guess I spoiled his fishing, but it was nice to get to see him. Yeah, but anyway, so that's pretty much what happened last night. As usual, nothing confirmed if they did come in to check us out. Oh, we did have that eye shine last night. That was pretty weird. Not sure what that was. That was some of the brightest eye shine I've ever seen, though. That was pretty spooky. It was from over there, back in there. Yeah, that was really weird. Whatever it was over there by the bank. But it was kind of down low to the ground. But, man, they were bright. I had my headlamp on. We were trying to find our way back. We went for a walk last night. Sorry I didn't take you with us, but we were just walking up and down these roads. It was pretty nice last night. Anyway, well, it's middle of September and it's starting to cool off. Oh, there's more gunfire. Did you hear that guy laugh? I guess he got one. I don't know. I don't know. Hunters. We're actually staying in a hunter camp right now. It was really nice little camping area, but it was filthy. We picked up a bunch of trash in our little area, but gosh, I think it would take like 30 people in a day and like 5 trash bags to haul all this trash out from all these hunters. I will say this: if you're a hunter and you come out there and partake of the public hunting area, clean up your damn trash. Jeez Louise, this is ridiculous. Anyway, later. So on the way home, Mr. Hatfield decided that it'd be a good idea to come to this alligator-infested hammock park at Lake Ponca. Public-private partnership at work. Renfro.
We'll share the video.
Oh yeah. But I think this is a good idea. But we came down here, we were just going to use their hammocks. But I'm pretty sure those hammocks are for children. And I don't think they're rated for fat boys. So we went back up to the truck, or car, to get it. But look at this place. This is a beautiful place. Oh, creek thing runs through here. I like this place. This is nice. We're gonna take a nap. That's what we're here for. Ran into this little guy waiting on me when I came out of the bathroom. Pretty impressive. He was an unknown variety to me. Wasn't really sure what in the world I was looking at, but he obviously wasn't some kind of viper. Anyway, he left me alone. I leave him alone. Here's a pro tip for all you Sasquatch hunters out there. Shut up and listen.